Hey everyone, it's Matt. Is the market in a bubble? If it is in a bubble, what happens when it pops? Where are prices going to go? Well, that's exactly what we're going to be talking about in this video. Now, I've been following the financial markets very closely now for about 12 years, and I've seen this pattern play out multiple times, and the pattern looks the exact same every single time. It doesn't matter what you're looking at. You could be looking at stocks. You could be looking at ETFs. You could be looking at the market as a whole. Maybe you're looking at currencies, any of the currencies. You could be looking at the futures contracts like commodities, like maybe oil. You could be looking at precious metals, gold, silver, platinum, palladium. It doesn't matter what it is. Bitcoin, crypto, it doesn't matter. The pattern looks the exact same every single time. It's pretty weird how that happens, but it looks the exact same, and I can tell you what to look for. So, another thing too, we have to remember, a bubble in any market, again, any market out there, it could be any of them that I just named. Bubbles are also referred to as manias, buying frenzies, parabolic move, hyperbolic move. Any of these words like this basically refer to a bubble, right? Okay, so that's what we need to recognize and what we need to remember. Now, if you're looking at charts, like a candlestick chart, anything like that, you can see these things and they stick out. I mean, it's hard to miss them, right? It's almost impossible to miss the thing. So when you're looking at charts, you probably want to look at like a weekly or a monthly type chart and see what it looks like on there. That's where you're going to be seeing these big, massive moves. Now, what happens if we see this parabolic move, this hyperbolic move, or this bubble, whatever you want to call it? It doesn't really matter what you call it, but it's all basically the exact same thing. What happens when we see these? Well, a couple things happen. First of all, we don't know how long they're going to run. They can run a lot longer than most people will ever recognize or ever realize, and a lot of times, a lot of people get caught off guard thinking this thing has to crash. Well, yeah, don't worry, it will at some point, but you just have to know when it's going to reverse, and a lot of times you don't know when that's going to happen. Well, as of recent, you've been seeing that a lot lately, right? In some of these stocks that have been running higher, a couple 100% in one day. You don't know how high it's going to go, but one thing you do know is that thing's coming down. You just don't know when or at what point it's going to top out. So the pattern you want to look for, and here's exactly the same thing you see every single time. You see these huge parabolic moves higher, right? Let it run. It goes higher and higher and higher. Okay, good. Well, it's just a matter of time until this thing comes down. But where is it going to stop? It's going to come down to, you see this every time, it's going to revert back to the origin of the move. That's the ticket. The origin of the move is where you will see prices revert back to. So, just like all these stocks you've been seeing, like I said, you've been seeing these things run higher and higher. Well, guess what? They topped out, significantly higher wherever they did. And guess where they're going? Right back down to where they started. The exact same thing happens every single time. If you want to check my work, feel free to go back. Look at the 2000 tech bubble in the NASDAQ. Same thing. Ran significantly higher, went really, really high. Look at it on a monthly chart. The thing collapses and goes right back down exactly where the move started. Look at the 2007-2008 crash of the market. Exact same thing. Ran higher and higher. Guess what happened? It crashed. Look at Netflix from back in, I don't know what year that was. 2013 maybe? I don't know. I'm just kind of guessing. Look back at Netflix. The thing was going crazy back then, really, really high, and all of a sudden the thing collapsed right back down to exactly where it started. Exact same pattern every single time. You can check this in Bitcoin. Bitcoin went absolutely freaking crazy, right? What year was that? I don't even know what year that was. Maybe 2017 or so, something like that. Going absolutely crazy, up to just under $20,000. Guess what happened? Collapsed right back down to right where it started, right? Every single time. You can look at this across the board. Find any stock, any ETF, any currency. Actually, currencies are incredibly volatile, and those are notorious for doing this. But basically everything. Look back at the patterns. Go through. Look at things on a monthly chart, a weekly chart, something like that. I wouldn't go to necessarily like daily charts, but look at like weekly and monthly charts, and you will see this pattern every single time. It runs higher, significantly higher. Nobody knows where the top is. but eventually you'll see signs of the top on the lower time frames, like the daily charts. You can see the top forming, and at that point, it's basically just a matter of time until you sit back and you watch that thing go right back down to where the move started every single time. So, hope that helps you out. Yep. Check my work if you want. You'll see it out there. There's so many examples. You could type in basically any ETF, any stock, any currency, and you can see this thing happen. It's out there everywhere. So feel free to check it out. It's very, very interesting. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks, everybody. I'm here for you, and I just want to continue doing what I can to share the knowledge I have on all of these different markets and everything that I love: stock market, real estate, crypto, passive income, multiple sources of income, all of this stuff. I love it. It's awesome. So anyway, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Thanks for watching the video, and I'll catch you in the next one. See you later.